Okay, today we're talking about stories about friends, or that's the focus of this month's Well Read segment. We're checking in with best-selling author Chantel Guertin about her picks. And all of these are already on my my borrowing list at Hamilton Public Library.
That's great. Well, I'm excited about all of these picks. So are we starting with Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow?
Yeah, okay. And a friend of mine said this is her favorite book ever.
Okay. So that is great to hear, and this is, I think, like unanimous people who have read this. So this is the story of two video game developers, and I think that's where people might be like, it's not for me. Because I'm like, I felt the same way, and I read The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry, which I think we might have talked about, which I loved so much, which was by her, and I thought, like, okay, nothing else was going to compare to that. So you have to just be like, these are these people's jobs, and that's all. You don't have to be interested in video games at all, but you will fall in love with the story. So it's a story of two friends, a guy and a girl, takes place over a long period of time. Their friendship goes up through many different things, ups and downs, and is it friendship, is it more? And you just get so enraptured in their lives. It's so good.
Okay, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. What's our next read?
Okay, the next one is Asking for a Friend. This is by Carrie Claire, and she is one of my friends.
Yes, yes.
I mean, I'm a bit biased here, but she had her book launch last night, and she was talking about why she wanted to write this book, and just how female friendships can get you through all aspects of your lives, and sometimes how your friends come in and out of your lives at certain points of your life. And so it's the story of two friends who meet when they're young, and they sort of follow different paths through motherhood or not, and go apart, come back together. And it's just like I think if you've ever had that friend who maybe you lost touch with or got back in touch with, you will totally relate to this book.
And I love her books anyways. What was her last one? It was
Waiting for a Star to Fall.
Yes.
That was a great recommendation too.
All right. And the next one is Who We Are Now.
Okay, this is by Lauren Chamberlain. She's actually an American author, but she's been living in Toronto because her husband is working here for the last few years, so I got to know her. So she's sort of our local author, and it's the story of four friends over 15 years. And what is really interesting is that each chapter is a next year and told by one of the friends' perspectives. So it really moves the book along, but you also are pulled in different directions as you see each friend's kind of point of view of their friendship.
Yeah, that always tells you that there's more than one angle to the story.
Yeah,
right?
And there always is, right? And just like, I thought this and they thought this, and what happens with friendships.
Yes.
Yeah, great.
Yellowface is getting so much buzz right now.
Okay, I love this. This is great too if you're really interested in the kind of inside baseball of book publishing, right? So it's the story of two women who are supposed to be these rising stars in the book industry, like authors. One is Chinese and one is Caucasian. And the Chinese author just her career just skyrockets, right? So she's a fantastic writer, but she's got all of these great opportunities. And our main character, who is told in her first person perspective, her career is just not succeeding in the same way. So the Chinese author dies. You know this off the first line.
Not a spoiler alert.
Not a spoiler.
Okay.
First line of the book. And she has an unpublished manuscript. It's about some Chinese characters in World War I. They're laborers. So our main character decides, well, she's dead. What if I just take this manuscript, edit it a little bit, and submit it to my publisher as my own? And so through that, they decide to sort of publish her under a pseudonym with sort of like a nondescript face, because of course she's very white and is like that is not going to be her experience in life. And so it asks little questions of cultural appropriation, and your drive to succeed, and what it means to make these decisions, and who will find out, and how do you justify it or not. And once you get down this like path of lies so it's like, I really hope this is a movie too, because
and then there's the story itself, right? There's the book itself.
Yes. Yeah. So I mean, this is such a fantastic read. I mean, this one's getting a lot of buzz too.
Yeah. I wonder if this, to me, would almost be one of those Netflix series, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes, actually, you're right. As a TV show, because you could, each episode, you kind of delve deeper into, their stories.
And kind of shows you as well, like, what it takes to get a book published.
Yeah. And I think that's the really interesting part, what it takes to, and once you've done it, like all the repercussions too, and the story you're telling, and that was kind of one of the aspects is, you know, if it's a good story, what difference does it make who wrote it?
Yes. Makes a lot of difference. Yeah. Okay, those are great choices for Well Read this month. We will get all your socials up on our website so you can follow along all your reads and all your likes at chch.com/morninglive.